Hello everyone, this is Shrike doing more game development. Today, we're going to be focused more so on art, but to give you a quick summary of the game thus far, I need to actually cut the music, turn on the music here. Right, so our working title is Fishy Fetchy. This is for the horror fishing game jam. It has to be focused around fishing, but horror themed. There's two main things I want to accomplish today. And the first will be to make art. Also, we're catching a fish. We're just gonna go through this quickly. So I catch a fish, it goes beside us on the boat. We can catch a whole bunch more if we wanted to, but I'm going to go to the left here to this suspicious vending machine. I'll bring our hook up. And once we arrive here, this fish is going to get sold for 1 cat coin. Fantastic. And then we've got the cat NPCs theme. Today, we're going to replace this placeholder art with real art and do the first set of conversations for it and have it be able to change expressions and such. As you can see, I can hit 1, 2, and 3 and go through the different conversation options. That's the first thing we want to do. The second thing we want to do is fix the transitions of music. And I've looked up how to do this. Instead of using a bunch of audio players for each and every song, I believe what we can use is called interactive. Actually, I don't know. What's it called? Audio stream. Audio stream interactive is maybe that's new to 4.6. Is it not in 4.5? That's a bit of a problem. Because my plan was to use it. But it is this is not actually here. Okay. I'm in 4.5. I could upgrade the project to 4.6. That is a possibility. But for now, we're not worrying about that. That is what we'll do after we go to Krita, the drawing app that I use. I just need to this because I've got inspiration for the NPCs that we're going to use. We're going to make our own. Not fantastic. So the plan is, this is Machi from .hack sign, or in Japanese it's just Maha. I don't know why they changed it in the English, but they did. So, you know, what they called him Machi instead of Maha, which is what the Japanese literally is. You know, I have no idea, but that is consistently what the English refers to it as Machi, so that's what we'll go for. Now the plan is to create. I'm gonna need the symmetrical tool. Since we're putting it onto basically a screen on the vending machine, I only really have to do the headshots, which will make things easier. This character design is not too complicated. It's relatively flat, but basic, like two-tone shading essentially. And for the cat, we can do similar to this, and then for the dog, instead of having the instead of this kind of star shape, we'll do a different star shape. We'll do a different shape over the other eye. And of course, we'll do different colors. I'm not going to take these colors either, because I need the cat to be bluish. So I'm going to bring it over to blue, and I'm just going to be like, this is our primary color. And then our secondary color will be this, which is fairly similar, but it's a little bit more bluish. And then His clothes. What complements that reasonably well? His clothes could be this color. And then we could, or at least that. Then we grab this, which is already quite blue. And then I'm gonna need, I can do shadow over it just probably with the multiply, I think. Now, he actually has like 3 layers going on. He also has these sleeves. So this should give us our various layers of coloring. Black is just gonna be black. I just don't like it. Oh, it's slightly off of black actually, because you rarely ever use pure black in an art. His interior of his ears are like this. I might do something similar, but maybe more, slightly more orangey inside the ears. What about the darker form of it? Something like that. And then, interesting, his hands here look more pinkish and then more purplish here. Same with his face, but doesn't really matter. Not too much. And then for, oh yeah, I'm still using symmetrical tool. Oops. We don't need this stuff way over here. Just erase it. I am using, what is my tablet? It's a Wacom tablet of some kind. I don't remember the model of it. If someone actually asks, I can tell you. I can look it up. All right, so let's do a new layer. So we want to start with probably, well, let's do our line art stuff-ish. Let's do a sketch to start with. So his face shape seems like it's going to be mostly like something like that-ish. But that's too much of a curve there. And then it goes up. And by the way, I'm not an artist by any means. Not by any means am I considered an artist, but what happened to my music? Did I stop it? Just bugged out? Okay, it'll resume shortly. There we go. And of course, he's gonna have like his little cat mouth. And a little nose. Should probably be closer. I don't know. By default, oh god, that looks terrible. Trust the process, I guess. We are going to have a line down the middle eventually. He's gonna have somewhat basic ears, but they're also in a hat. And it looks like the brim of the hat, something like this, I don't know. This is straight on though. We're gonna see probably some of the bottom of the hat. Oh, this looks terrible. It looks so bad. Let me try again. I don't need to do it straight on technically. Maybe I just don't do symmetrical. Maybe I don't. I mean, this face here looks pretty damn like straight up symmetrical. What if I do this? It's not. Does that? It only has to be like 512 by 512 or something like that. I think that's what the size of the thing I made was. Like I said, not an artist. So this might take a bunch of tries here. So what happens if I try and do it like this instead? Let's do it in parts. Also, I'm gonna use a different brush. Just so we can try and get the shape of it correct. And the coloring doesn't matter too much. Because obviously it's going to be more flat later on. This is more how my brain works, I guess. So it's roughly shaped like that. And his ears are going to be... That's the inside of the ears there. This is the skin tones, and then this is clothes. Oh, his ear is going to be this. At least the left ear will be somewhere here. Let's just try and... I don't know. Did I do his hat? Not really, but it's going to be the same color as the top thing, so it'll be something. So yeah, I should probably do the hat first, huh? In terms of like mocking out where it's going to be and what it's going to look like. It'll go up. Oh yeah, I'm going to need more space, huh? Can I move it down like so? I can. Oops. I don't know. Hat-wise, something like this. As a... It's like bend to it there, you know? And then his ears would be coming through it. Don't worry, this is not the art style we're going for. It's just I need to be able to get the rough proportions out, and this won't look as hideous if I do it just very vaguely rather than trying to do line art that's going to be like, those aren't correct. Whatever, he'll have his like cat-ish ears. The left side of his face is going to be this color, and the right side will be this color, so it'll be something like that, you know, except for around his eye on this side. We'll need a smaller brush for that. Please undo. You'd have, you know, whatever, your star shape. And then, of course, he's going to have a little nose and his, you know, cat-like smile or whatever. Photoshop has trained me to do Control-Alt-Z. But it's just Control-Z in this program because... Who wouldn't trust this monstrosity? I guess I have a slight line around this, but... make it pop, but it would be something along those lines. And then of course he'd have his... What even is that actually? It's not quite a... I guess it is. I guess it does count as a capelet. But he'd have something along the lines of this, and then blah blah blah. It'd be colored in. Just to give the idea. And then underneath it, we'd have this color, or it's like vest type thing, I guess. Made him quite skinny, and this just so then it would be something like that. And his sleeves are the darkest color if it ever comes up. It would just be, you know, something like that. So that is what we're roughly going for. And then obviously we do it in a cleaner style. Okay, so let's pick a brush. Do I want to use this brush? That could work. It does have to be on a well, it doesn't necessarily have to be transparent. I could do the background in Krita too, but probably more convenient to have them separate. My screen is so dirty. Really need to like wash it sometime. Okay. Obviously, dead on is not that exciting, so I probably want to actually have him look to the side a bit. You know, let's try and do this one. Kind of eyeballing it. Again, I'm going to do rough lines. I don't know if this is the brush to be doing this with, but... if this is like the center of them, and I want them to be looking a little bit to the right, a little more than what they show. And it's midpoint's going to be ish. There. Then as both would be something like this. Followed by a little button nose. So that's clearly crooked. But yeah. The star on his face, whatever shape it's going to be. If they don't have to do a star. It would be about that big because his hat's going to be coming down like here. And they just do like a boulder. Has to start from like here and go down a little bit more. That looks better than the one on the right. Doesn't have to be necessarily completely in the star, but probably should be. So it'd be something like this. Although it looks like his face needs to be a little wider. I'm going to do it that way. You know? And the hat will probably actually have to be a little more, make it a little more extreme than theirs. We're trying to go for a little bit more of a blatantly evil and not just mischievous kind of look. You probably do. Something like that. For the ears, I seem to have them almost in line with this. And do something like this. Means I'll be doing more like here on this side. And then his ears really just see how tall are they? They're roughly the size of his face. It's probably more. I don't want them to look too horny, but actually, if they do look like more like ears and horns, actually it goes double for our kind of demon theme. Oh, someone is texting me. Who be it? Might have to decline that. Okay, let's see. We'll get back to them later. I've got too much stuff to do. Let's see. Oops. Changed my brush by mistake. There we go. Now, I don't know if I actually wanted to have like a big pointed hat. Maybe. Could I make it one of those like straw hats instead? Kind of like that idea more. Then I'd have to really smooth out this. Oh, I should have put this more horizontal on my tablet. Either way. Oh, yes. This may just work. This may just work. And then of course you'd have kind of like a hatching effect. I think the right ear is not correct. Needs to be down a little bit more. And then the ear, they did was this. We're gonna kind of sell it. And it's gonna be on the inside here again with a tuft. And then like this. Okay, okay. I'm gonna put a little bit at the bottom too. Something like this. Then we'll give him the collar. I guess we will see some of the back, so it would curve around like this. Looks more like a goatish than a cat, but. And then this would be hatched. Some pattern. Yeah. I don't think I want his neck to be too long. I think actually it'd be kind of cool if his collar came up a little bit over his bottom jaw. I don't know. Actually, does that actually work out? I don't know. Then you show it here. And cut it short a bit. It goes into more triangular shape. I'm not obviously taking his entire look, so I'll make adjustments based on my own taste. And I'll be kind of curved because it's going to be going over his shoulder. This one's too far down, he thinks. Now he is canonically going to be male, but not like a macho man, so I want to be fairly squarish, but not too squarish, because like cats tend to be more slinky and round. So, but I need to give him like the mischievous hand posture, but I can also do that as like a separate layer. Like say we're going to have his hand come up. This big old. They are quite chunky in their design. I've already mangled this pretty horribly. And his thumb would just be poking out here. And he's got big cuffs on his sleeves. I can probably use to my advantage of this. In fact, we could probably do what the what most Western cartoons do, and just give him four fingers. 3 is too little and looks weird, but 4 is, you know, is that point of believability while also being easier. So we could intentionally lean into that. So, I mean, that would be pretty mischievous looking, you know? Especially if we colored that in. And if we wanted, we could have, you know, more frames of him going, Mwahaha. You know? I mean, I think this might just work. I need send this a bit probably. Yeah. Maybe this arm I just have them assume that it's coming over here somewhere. But really we're gonna be cutting it off. Won't be visible. But what's most important is the headshot here, you know. a rough square. Let me mark it out, actually. So we have an idea of what we're working with. Need... Yeah, like I only really need that much done. Hey, Aaron. We're doing art today. I've decided to base it off of Maki from, or Maha from Dot Hack Sign. Because that's a pretty mischievous, evil looking kind of character. Oh yeah, I could give him whiskers too. Yeah. Probably should. So I have that here. You know, something like that would be, and then his, I don't know when you just joined, but go cover his hand, cover his mouth. You know, what do you think? Do you think that would be pretty good on the vending machine? We can do different expressions. I've got a rough color scheme. Oops. Somewhere. I think it's this one. That'll probably help us. Actually, I can just smaller. Okay, good enough. And then for the dog, we'll do very similar, but we'll do different colors and we'll have the shape beyond his other eye. And instead of, you know, pointy cat ears, you'd have, you know, floppy dog ears. Speaking of these ears, this right ear is still too big. I'd want to... This is just the sketch. It's not the final, so I can do whatever I want. May not. Okay, I think that'll probably be a little better. We've got something. What do you think? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I think I'm quite happy with the idea. So what I'm gonna do is, where is this? Okay, I'm gonna start labeling my. This is the. Oh, this is the border. Lock that. The hand. Sketch. Body sketch. Color palette. And I got a bunch of references down here, which I'll just merge into one. I don't think there's anything on this layer. That's just the background layer, and this was a mistake, so I'll just delete it. Okay. Cool. Now, before I lose anything, let me save this to our folder, probably. May as well have the source in. Let's see, new folder, characters. And I don't have a name for him. I'm just going to call him Maha for now. Why not? Okay, so I'm going to group these. Lock, color palette, the references so I don't accidentally draw on them. Oops. Oh, God. Of course, my mic is in the way of being able to see. Okay, I think that's what I want. So lock the sketch, actually. And we will work on the line art, I guess. Which I will put into our group. This will be the body. Let me make the sketch less transparent so we can draw it ourselves. And this is the fun part, I guess. By fun, I mean part where everything looks terrible. Can I do some smoothing on this? Stabilizer. I raise it more. Okay, that might work better, but I don't need that much. That could work. Yeah, all right. So we want to do something like... There's going to be a lot of undoing. Let's put it that way. Want to stop by and say, you'll be busy today? No worries. I also plan on basically doing art and like one audio thing, and then that's probably all I have time for today. Basically, when the audio changes, I want it to transition between the tracks, not just cut immediately. Where's this dot coming from? It's on my screen. Oh, it's here. Unlock. There we go. Okay, this my line art's still gonna be a disaster. I will not promise anything better than that, but just gonna do this so I can get the angle somewhat good for this connection. I don't know. Once again, I'm not an artist. I'm just gonna bumble my way through it. I feel like anything will be better than my programmer art, so this side of the head really needs to kind of match the other one. I'm going to intentionally not use the symmetry tool because it just looks weird to me. Okay, so then if I cut this off the top, see, what I should probably do is this and assume it's gonna get covered up by the hat anyways. I don't know. The shape of it is just not quite good enough. And if I do, come on, let me read face color one. Let me just see how this might look. We're using this color. I don't plan on keeping the outline as extreme as it is. All right, then I mean, I could try and use the paint tool, but it doesn't seem to work very well for me in the past. Oh, look at that. There are configurations for the paint tool somewhere. First hell didn't work here though. Like, why? Like, why? Tool options for this. Fill the entire selection. Okay, thresholds. Do I lower the threshold? Like, it still does a shit job. I still have to go over the entire edge of it. I do not know how to make the fill tool good. I just don't. Simply do not. Okay. So either way, this side of the face would be something like this. Then Face color 2. Be something like this. Honestly, fast for me, just fill it in at the scale. And that gives it. And the hat will go over top of that. Just do some slight adjustments. Okay. So if I group these, I'm just going to make that the face. So I face color so I can hide it if need be. The star shape. Could I, whatever. We'll freehand it. What's the worst that could happen? Hide this for now so I can see where it should go roughly. Maybe something like this. Bring the color back. You can see. I probably should have made that a separate. I really should have. Why is that not working? Why does it not select the area that I tell it to select? I don't have to do it this way. It is not working. Hello? Oh, it is working. It just doesn't show me. Naturally. Then we need to shear it a bit. Geez, the eye is going to be like here-ish. Probably. I use the blackish color. We'd have. Oh, oops. This layer is not positioned correctly. Please, just go above, my dude. Why? You can see me dragging it there. It's just not going. Why? Why? Just go above the face color. That's so much to ask. Okay. Jeez. Okay. Sure. I can probably look at her. I was doing it more here. Ish. Gonna rather it be shallower like the other one. He's gonna have his nose probably farther down than what I originally sketched. And then the cat mouth. It's not centered now, though. It's not centered because I did this off center. I think what I'm going to do is just walk this back in the middle of the face. I kind of originally wanted to do more of a right-facing look, but it's going more direct on, I guess. Make sure... Well, the top doesn't need to be clean because it's going to get covered up with a hat. The nose, I'm not really happy with the shape of that. Just blob it out and then erase, maybe. Maybe I don't make the mouth directly connected to it. Something like this. I don't know how well this is gonna actually look in game anyways, so let's grab this color. Do away with that bit of line art underneath. If I get rid of the line art, it'll still be fine. I'm not really a big fan of black outlines and stuff, so I don't plan on actually keeping it, but... Or at least I might change the color of it to be like something like this, but slightly darker. Is there a good way to do that? Yeah. I don't know if I do this. It'll look less jarring overall. If it does show up. Because when you zoom out, I don't know, it's probably going to be roughly about that size in the game. Okay, and then I need to... Let's do the hat. Okay, this is the eyes and mouth. Probably should separate those, but I can always do it later. Also, I'm putting the colors in the line art folder like a fool, but whatever. Okay. Hat. I don't have colors picked out for the hat because I'm not going to use his... Actually, I mean, his hat color is pretty close. I think I'll make it more yellowish. My mic is in the way. Okay, there we go. So let's make... where's our color palette layer? There it is. How do you make it... Actually, let me go look up. I don't know the name of these hats because I'm doing it differently. I mean, there's a lot of different types of them. Something like, I guess they make it more rounded than what I'm doing here. But I just want to steal the colors anyways, so. So we go here, I go, let's grab this color. Interesting. And then the lighter of the colors. We're only really going to be going for very simple shading anyways, so may as well. Lock that again. Go to the hat. Let's try and get the line art. Oh, I'm not positioned for this at all. Oh. This is going to be an awkward line for me to draw based on my setup. Okay, that might work. Might actually work. Let me do it faster. It's smoother. Could be okay. Oh, we got this. I could round it off at the top. I think I like the look of the pointed hat more. So I'm going to go with that, I guess. Now, does it slightly bow outward or inward? Inward, technically. It's more like that. I should probably do that on the other side too. Okay, that's a little bit too much. Faster? Yeah, too much. It almost works. It has to actually line up with the... You know, if I smart, I would use like the pen tool and just curve it how I want. Oh, there we go. There we go. I think that might still be too much, but... Oh God, what am I doing? I don't do drawing very often, so I'm not like super good with the tools. I can just do it like that and then chop it off. And we'll be... doesn't have to be perfect because we're not really going to be keeping this exactly as it is anyways. I'll do similar to what I did with the face. Cover up most of it with the coloring to hide my crimes. Yeah. This will work, I think, eventually. Should I have the line art above the colors? Oh my god, it's gonna do this again. Not the line art, sorry, the sketch. Probably, and then just show and hide it as I need. Okay, because the line art itself... can delete this entirely, although it's just going to be colored over anyway, so I guess I don't need to. Alright, hat. Hat color. I'm just going to group both of these together and say hat. Sure. Okay, so we're going to start with the darker of the two colors. Just kind of roughly follow our line art. This awkward angle again. Accidentally hitting side buttons on the drawing pen. God, yeah, I'm gonna want to do like a thatch. Well, actually, theirs is way more radial. I kind of want to go for more of the thatch look than radial. But I guess the overall look will still look radial. And then I'll do cross hatches across that, maybe. I think that'd be probably pretty cool. Alright, let's try this abysmal fill tool. There we go. At least I don't have to do as much. We do something like this. And any line art that's poking out, I'll probably just change the color to something closer, but still slightly darker. I don't know. I don't really have an art style of my own other than good enough. And generally speaking. I was somewhat happy with the GMTK art I did, although I used some shaders to make it wobble and stuff to make it look less awful. Okay. We use this. I'm gonna have to probably do a second. I'd say kind of like the idea of doing his hat as two-tone, like a but opposite of his face. So like the left side is more lighter. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get more colors though. The hatching and stuff. I guess what I could do is this, and then just color in that way. And that. Something like this. Need to hide my sketch quickly. Okay. Definitely gonna need a lot of texture on these. Let's draw some. Take this color and darken it a bit. Let me put that on color palette. Take this and darken it a bit. I don't know if this is going to work at all, but we will see. So this is for the darker half. So what happens if I just do... Okay, that's not really going to work very well. What about this? We need to worry about the right half right now. That might be just like too much texture. Probably. But I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Do it on the left-hand side as well and see what we get. But with this color... Oops. Maybe. I hide the my sketch is already hidden. Wait, what? Oh, it's copy the sketch. Oh. That'd be why? Because I had this locked. Okay. Once you take away the roughness of it, for your eyes to like fill in the gaps, it definitely looks worse. Where's our line art? Not that one. That is that one. So what I'm gonna do is copy this. We're gonna take this color. I'm gonna okay. Just gonna redo that so it's less jarring. All right, I think once we get our ears in, it'll probably be okay. It'll be better at the very least. Let's do left ear and right ear, and I'll group them. It's ears. But now, is it? I guess it's technically his right ear, so we can do it this way. The question is, how do I want to do this? Should probably do the inner ear first, which I'm going to use these colors for. I think I may have pitched them a little bit too far away from the red, but we'll try it and see how it goes. Do the base of the ear. Then we'll do the outer part of it, which is the same as the face. I guess the tuft was also the same. Yeah. Should I have done these in separate layers? Probably. Is it too late now? Yeah. Yeah. Also true. I don't want to give him a little bit at the end of his ears too. Maybe. Do I hide our line art or sketch? Sorry. Doesn't look too good. Doesn't look very good. At least not yet. Probably. Really should have done these on separate layers. For the inner ear and the outer ear. Okay, what do I do this? Not quite that extreme. And just kind of feather it a bit. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll just rock with it for now. They're gonna need, yeah, something to show that it's kind of like popping out of the hat slightly imperfectly. Maybe something like that. Maybe. And the other ear was going to be this color. Well, why did I have two colors for the inner ear? Oh, for shadow, right. Now that'd probably do a lot, huh? This is when I really should have had these be 2 layers. It made doing this a lot easier. Are we going to do it again? Yeah, I'm going to have to do that tuft again. Oops. Don't delete all that. Might just do this again. That's 3 layers for each ear. Shouldn't be lazy, but I also can't spend like 50 trillion years on this drawing. You know? Good enough. I'm gonna call it good enough. All right, then the left ear. Just maybe not make the same mistakes I just did, actually. Do it in 2 colors, or 3 layers rather. Okay. It becomes so much easier. Especially when I do this, and then I say, hey, it's just... They usually... No, they stop usually well before. Whatever. Good enough. Good enough. That's our motto, alright? Well, I like that tuft of hair a lot more than the other one. Why is this not drawing anymore? So they had a selection apparently. Oh, this looks so bad. All right. Fuck it. All right, this whole other ear, we're just gonna do it again. Except this time on multi-layers so that I'll have to keep redoing repeatedly. Need this color. Trim it down. A wee bit more. Okay. And then the dark color. Just do this. Did I not do that on a separate layer? No, I didn't. So I guess. Where is that color coming from? Out here. Okay, I'm actually. Where's that other color coming from? Huh? It's somewhere in here. Oh, it is just this layer. Just there we go. There we go. Okay. Color. Do this. No, that's way too strong. All right. Like this. Oh. Now we do the tufts. Okay. Hide sketch. It's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's not great, but it's okay. It will do for our desires, at least. Let's do... We haven't done, like, shading at all, so... Things are always going to look a little weird, but... This is the actual body. So this should be the... I guess I've given up on line art. We're just... I guess not completely, but... So this... I want to come up... like so. Above his chin. And then go down. Like his little vest. With the oh sorry, this is his mantle or capelet, or I guess it's not. No, it's more of a mantle than a capelet. No real cape part to it. Can I hide the sketch of the hand? Can. Also, the music's too loud for me. My hand already hurts from doing this. All right, go straight across. We have that nice curve. This also. You can just go down farther. There we go. Not that you're going to see it down there anyways, because it's, you know, going to get cut off, but we're also going to have, I guess, underneath. This is something I didn't actually sketch. I should have. Since it's underneath, it needs to go just underneath that, and there'll be a slight gap there. My brush is too big. Oh, something like that. This is why I don't do art. That's why I leave it to professionals. Just hire them to do it. This one's not as high as the other. At least not as extreme. So I should. And once I color over it, these lines will come thinner anyways. Then there'll be that darkest underlying outfit here. Okay. So let's color this in. We're using these three colors. I believe I'm using this for the top layer. Yeah. So let's do clothes color 1. Okay, I need to zoom in for this. And I want to do all the art on stream. So, you know, no one can ever say, wow, that hand's mangled. Maybe that's AI. Nope, that's just me being shit. It's just me being shit. I'm going to draw down here just in case I reframe, but in theory, it shouldn't matter. do this. And just clean up the edge. I hope I don't end up having this random transparent pixels in the middle of stuff. Entirely possible. Again, probably won't be noticeable in game though. I don't know what the background for the different things will be. I could do some different lore-based stuff to happen in the background if I've got time. Time and motivation. Both of which are a limited resource. Ah. I don't know, I kinda like this. Of course it's not done, so I'm sure we will ruin it before at the end. Also, I still have the line art, or not line art, sketch art. Giving it texture where there won't be any. So, that does tend to make things look better. Or at least trick your eye into thinking it's better. It just fills in the gaps for you. Or when it's just clean and flat, there's nothing that can really do that. So let's do close color 2. This guy. No. There we go. Ah. Too much pressure. Okay. That'll probably look better than the line art. Also, I can just drag this across since it's underneath. Awesome. And probably right here too. I could flip the canvas to see how awkward this looks, but I'm scared to know what the result is. So we're just not going to do it. We're just not going to do it. Imagine that. Right. If I were to do this, I go close color 3. Oh yeah, his body. There's, I guess, his face. This color kind of should go down a little bit more. So I think I missed a spot there. Yeah. Just in case. All right. Then close color 3. Need this guy. I literally just do that. Then we see how terrible that looks. I guess I'll just fill this in down here. Just in case. Enough. So if I take away our... Oh yeah, I forgot to do the whiskers and stuff. Whiskers. A bit too thick here. That's almost. There we go. Okay, now if I hide our sketch. And then I go back down to body line art. Let's copy this. Let's make this a bit darker. Let's do this. I also see a spot I missed. Filling in. Of course, when it's not so zoomed in, it won't be as bad. Close color 1 is what I'm looking for. There it is. Slightly better. Kind of does need the like slight separation of these, maybe. That's too much. I could have just selected our line art and then did this above in a separate layer, but I don't know. Not that into super clean art styles. I tend to gravitate toward more rougher painterly styles, or what art I typically like myself. Not necessarily what I'm capable of drawing. I think it requires a different mindset than I have. That's too thick, dude. Why? Yeah. Starting to think I should have gotten an actual artist to do this instead of me. Probably. The ears. His left ear. I need to adjust it slightly. There we go. Now, to make him look a wee bit more devious, I need a hand, which will be the same as this color. Okay. I'm gonna call this the stuff. Okay. And let me just group these so I have them. Please, let me. Oh. Close. How long have we been doing this for? Over an hour? Oh my gosh. I've barely done anything. Like 2 hours to make this happen. Of course, this is the hardest part. Time really flies when you're doing this, though. And it is kind of fun. I wonder if I can do a time lapse at some point. Okay. Maybe, possibly. Need. I guess I'm just gonna have to get a color of my own here. The big sleeve is here, so I really just have to do this. Okay. Might be too zoomed in for this. I may be too zoomed in to actually get a good idea of what this looks like, but... Don't know if I should actually be bothering. Oh, this one doesn't matter. I need the sketch gone. Yeah, that looks pretty atrocious. Well, it is what it is, I guess. I really only need it around there, to be honest. Separate this and from the face, probably. Just ever so slightly. The hand is so malformed. The fingers. I didn't plan this out at all. Or at least very poorly. I mean, in Dot Hack, they were also quite chunky and... but obviously more proportional than what I'm doing. I'm even doing this. This is not... We decided on 4 fingers, not 5. To simplify things on us. Okay. I want... The cuff color is this, I think. We just... something like this. I think I'm losing my fucks given about quality. And just being like, yeah, good enough, good enough. Gotta go. Taking too long. I think that's what... Yeah, they use that color. And then just the darkest color. Because it's his undershirt. Goes like here. That'll be fine. Then I get rid of my sketch to look. Be like, okay, so if it was framed like this in the game, would it look great? No, but would it get the point across? Yeah, I think so. Good enough. Obviously I need to add some shading to it. That is still something we need to do. That'll add a lot. Shading always adds a lot to it. Let me make sure we get our shapes right first before doing that, though. Otherwise, then you have to redo all the shading and it sucks. And okay, and then can I group up this and be like, oh. Yeah, I mean that's enough to work with. I need to probably, just in case, color this a bit more than I did. Doesn't really matter if it's accurate or not. Just has to not be completely transparent. Oh. I mean, that would be pretty simple way to animate it. Need to fix this bit a bit. This bit a bit. Yeah, that's what I said. And his hand. For this. Reshape this slightly. Okay, cool. And I'm also going to have to do a variant where his eyes are open, of course. Let's keep that for now. If I go down to his eyes, or I could just do them over top. Open eyes. So they make them very red, which, you know, I'm fine with. I want to add this to color palette. Grab this one as well. And this. Lastly, this. Okay. So lock that. Go back up. Lock the hand for now, and the clothes, and the body, and the ears. Lock it all so that I don't mess it up. Should probably save. I've had creator crash before on me, and I don't want that to happen again. They're obviously going to be very ovally. Oops. Oh yeah. That shape is not bad at all. Well, it will be to come. I guess I could do one eye and then just flip it, but I feel like that's just too obvious. When you see it, it's just like, oh, it's perfectly symmetrical. They just drew it once and flipped it. It just feels a little bit toe lazy and impersonal. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Okay, I mean, I could definitely work with this. Let's do the second part of the eyes. It should be the main part of it, to be honest. Most of it. Just gonna walk back from the edges a bit. That'll give us... Oh, actually, kinda... Remember, these are demon cats. This is not just fantasy cat. Okay. And then this. Which mainly used for eye shine, but with these shaped eyes, I'm not really sure how to do that well. I do this. What do you think? Definitely looking a wee bit sus, you could say. What if I do this? Should that be underneath this? Oh, sorry. Also, I'd have to hide the other eyes if I do this. It's under... Where did I put that? Eyes and mouth. Let us cut these. We'll change this to be just mouth. Then we'll say this is the closed eyes. Okay. And I can group this, eyes open. So now it could be like, what? Why am I still seeing it? Oh, because I had it locked, didn't I? I sure did. Okay. Have that, or we can have this. Okay, that looks a little better. Oh yeah, that definitely is looking. Do I want to give him a tail that's coming out from behind? To really kind of sell it? I think so. Must be kind of behind like everything. What is this? Don't know what this layer is. So I'm just gonna delete it. It's not. Didn't delete the layer. Why? Okay. Put this in here, I guess. Curious. All right, so oh, my hat's a little bit messed up. Hold on. It's yeah. Yeah. Sure is. Oh, I need a darker. Must be down here. Sure is. All right. I got to do some amount of shading. But otherwise, it seems like it would be reasonable. Then we can have, then I'll have, once I do shading, I will have to export some different options. So eyes open, eyes closed, as well as the hand. I don't know. Should I do the hand separately so I can animate it in Godot, or should I just have do the frames here? I don't know. So we can laugh at you, or just decide to be more suspicious. So like this plus this looks pretty ominous, where this plus this makes it look like he's laughing at you, you know? So I get some different expressions and feelings without having to actually do more art. Okay, so how are we gonna shade this? That's my question. I'm gonna make a whole new group here for just shadows. And typically I'd just say the light comes from the top left, but could be from anywhere. It's just gonna be on the screen of the vending machine anyways, but I guess I have to do variations of him getting more and more corrupted too. Assuming I actually implement that mechanic. It seems like the core part of the horror though, so probably should. Oh, the shirt. I see a mistake. Close. What layer is it? None of these? Oh. It's this guy? Yeah. Okay. Easy to fix. Oops. Slight mistake up there. Okay, whatever. Good enough. Save. Like limit our things to close. Let me hide the hand to start with. How do I want to do the shadows? We're going to make this multiply, maybe. Let's try with the black. Just see how this looks. So you would have do it here. Do I have to make this multiply as well? Oh, I guess it is. It's just it's still too extreme. What I might want to do is use a different brush so it gets more texture as well. So like down here is gonna be. I'm not. Close. Does this work? Okay, that works. And that allows me to do some areas is darker than others, and it won't be just uniform either. And this doesn't need to be very much, actually. Oh, this is our music. You know what? That makes sense. Why don't I drag in all of the music that Aaron has made for us? Put in the playlist. Fishing horror game, assets, music, or sound music. Dude, he did such a good job on the music. It's fantastic. This is music I would just like listen to on my own. Almost certainly. Then I can do like a bit of a thing here. I hope this doesn't look like too dirty. I guess it wouldn't matter too much. Do. Maybe. I don't know. Can't really use this color for the skin. There's no way that would look good, but do I have the hat? I do. I mean, the hat's already pretty much covered, but oh wait, I gotta go back to the right. Undo. Let's do the larger strokes here. Okay, not that large. So like over here. Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. And I can bring it away in layers. Yeah, maybe. Of course, the ears will have very separate shading. Ears. Oops. Awesome. Can add some texture, at the very least. That should be mostly bright though. This one will be darker for the edges. Right, just something. Now the face, for sure. Okay. Oh, I should probably not have the whiskers as part of that. Okay, we'll do this. And for shits and giggles, how would this look? Oops, I'm on subtraction. Oh yeah, I forgot the hat is and this would have to have some shading. I might actually just move this underneath everything except for the face. And set it to multiply. I gotta take it away a bit. I don't really want his face to look filthy, but some amount of depth at least, you know. It could work if I bring the hand back. Oh right, let's put the hand above. Let's turn to one of these. I need it to be. Oops. Here. That doesn't really work how I wanted it to, but we can make it work. You just need things that have some amount of depth, you know. Oh, yeah, all right. So. It looks a little bit too filthy. Yes. Yes. Okay. I think I need to put that in here. Okay. I want to see what this looks like in game. So what I'm going to do is we're going to first save, then we're going to crop. Oh, I've made this so big, apparently. Actually, maybe not. Or almost the right size, actually. I'm gonna get upscaled a little bit, but I want this to be 512 by 512. Should probably get rid of our border. And start hiding some other stuff. Okay. And then crop. Can I not, like... I want it to be... Move it. Be about there. And I hope that didn't cut everything off. What? Because everything's locked in here? Unlock, unlock, unlock. Oh, it freaking did cut it off. Okay, I need to... I guess... Like, how am I gonna do this then? I don't want to lose all this stuff. Is there a way for me to change the canvas size without dropping the image? Photoshop you can. Canvas. No, that's just literally... Show canvas only do. Oh god, no. Time to go back. Okay, I'm glad they have that pop up because I would not have figured that out. Trim to image size, trim to current layer. Separate image. Separate image? I don't know what. I guess I will just export it and go to Photoshop, I guess. So let's do... I guess I don't really need the references and stuff anymore. So if I do crop, I can at least make it smaller here. It should be fine. Save as... or save file export. I remember being very particular about that. Manual unused. And then where's eyes open? I'll save as nope, file export. Amused eyes open. And then we can say like file export as eyes open hover mouse. I don't know. That's probably good enough. So now I gotta go to Photoshop. I gotta do this again for the dog. It's just gonna be a pain in the ass, but one step at a time. Okay, you guys should see Photoshop, yeah. What I'm gonna do now. So art, characters. I'll drag this in. I'm going to crop. Do 512 by 512. It's honestly a good spot, so. And then all I have to do is save it again. Oh, I have the background. It's gonna be a white background. Do I care? Kind of. Yeah, I do care. All right, fine. Let me get rid of the background in Krita. I'll just re-export things. Eyes open, cover mouth, yes. And then do the same thing with closed eyes. Eyes closed, cover mouth. Then I need them with the hand down. File export. Oh, you can't see this right now, but won't be too long. Hold on. File. Eyes. Okay. Now. Oh wow, it actually updated Photoshop. Cool. Switch to 512 with 512. And we do say there. Save it. That is Maha Amused. I drag this in and we say if it's at 100%, 100%. Can not ease. Well, that is not positioned. Ah. Okay, that works. This is eyes open. Just eyes open. Then we want closed. With most covered. Wait, this is the same. Or... Huh? Oh, it's not the same. It is with the most closed or covered mouth. Okay. Need to hide this one though. PNG. Eyes open or closed. Eyes closed, cover mouth. Okay. And then eyes open, cover mouth. There we go. Save, PNG. Eyes open, cover mouth. Okay. Those are what we need to import into here. Now. So finally, at last, we're back to here. I've only done one. Let's do the other. Oh, Lord. Cat vending machine. Wait, I actually just need to do this in code. Global. Cat conversation. Placeholder art. Eyes open, I think is what we want. That's the default. No, I don't. I want eyes closed. Yeah, I want this one. Copy path. His default image with that. His introductory line will be like that. Respond positively. Eyes closed, like this. Copy path. Okay. And if you follow up with that, just so we get various. Yeah, and then if you say something negative, go to that immediately. And maybe this. And 3 will just be. Okay. I think I need to delete our save. I don't remember where we stopped. Oh, I stopped right in front of it. I didn't need to delete our save. I do want to pause the music. Okay. We're gonna go say hi to Maha. Oh. that's not terrible. Then I go. Okay. Oh, I'm not changing the image. Right. We need to do that. When we. Where is that code? That's my question. Nope, not there. Vending machine. Oh my gosh. Go back. It's this code here. So I need a reference to the screen. I don't currently have. Okay, I can get my tablet out of the way. I can actually type here. Make sure you're seeing Krita. Yep. Or not seeing Krita, I should say. At var PC screen. You need reference to this, and then I'm going to say I need it to just change this image texture. When we do this, our image is a string. Go to the current conversation of image. I do believe. Yeah. Then I say the npc screen on image.texture will be equal to. Do I have to load it? I do. Shoot. So this is the image. Oh wait, I can just do it this way. Load the image and then set it. Okay. Let's try one more time. We go see the cat. See if any fish spawn on our way over, just for funsies. Oh, too far away. You can see their polygons breaking briefly as they overlap each other. Okay. So if I answer positively, he raises his mouth. Then he opens his eyes. Cool. Okay. And obviously I don't have any more responses, so. Oh, I got a fish. Somehow. Okay. All right. I mean, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Let's try again here. We can get some cool screenshots. do. Oh yeah, I was gonna try streaming in a different coder to see if that would fix the performance problems while streaming. Oh, oh, oh. Let's I should have just saved, I guess. Save the image. We'll just sure. And I'll respond 1. Oh, oh, oh. Screen. Okay. Do 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 do. Nah. All right, cool, I guess. All right. Not bad. We do have to do the dog still. Let me get some opinions from people on this. Hmm? Need Photoshop to piss off though. Close it. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Don't know. All right, I guess we should do the dog because otherwise I'm gonna. I need to get the art done before this. We know it works now. That's great. Krita, bring it back. I'm gonna try and reuse this as much as I can. We'll see. We will see. Okay. I'm immediately distracted by Discord. Okay. Let's see. I want to change this to be a dog. So what we're gonna do is actually rename this cat. Let's see if I can't duplicate entire thing. We'll say this is the dog. Who I'm going to have to do a lot of things differently. First and foremost, his ear. I'm gonna have to change his color scheme. Do I still have our color palette in frame? Yes. Great. Okay, I need to bring my tablet back over. There. So for the doggo, I need these to be red-ish. So I'm gonna grab this, and we're just gonna. I guess this one will be mostly the same. He's gonna have to have a different hat completely. And obviously different clothes. For now, I'm going to just okay. Grab this, So things being pumped with blue, red, and maybe pink, pinkish. Let's give him like let's have a straw hat. Some kind of fancy. And for eyes, I think green eyes maybe for the dog might be the way to go. So what I'm going to do is just grab these, convert them roughly to green alternatives. And that should be everything we need for the dog. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the original cat and I'm going to move him to the left. Need the canvas to be wider if I do that. Oh my gosh. There we go. Please just do it. I accept the change. Okay, or don't. It's cool. Why is it not prop? Oh, it's not accepting any key presses anymore. Okay, hold on. Save as Rita document. Yes. Are these gonna work now? Okay, it is working now. Okay. And move the cat over here. Wait, that's not everything? Or are they just locked? Oh, they're locked. There we go. And we will try and work on. What if we call the dog Hama? Maha and Hama. Why not? Okay, lock that. Open the dogs. I could just do it from scratch, but I feel like that would just be a waste, you know? So we're not going to care about the hat. Probably going to do all the shadows separately. Or at least most of them. Get rid of these ones. Okay. Let's see. Face color 1. Let's see how far we can get by modifying this. He wants it to be this color. Oh yeah. And then I need, I don't know where the star is. Done. Where did I do that? Good question. Not here. Not here. Okay, it is somewhere in the face. Oh, it's probably still on this. But I don't want it to be on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete it. Because we're going to do a different shape over the left eye instead. And it's going to be out of this color. I'm going to have to put it up here though. What color should we do? Or what shape should we do? A star, maybe make a moon, like a crescent moon. I'm gonna have to redo this, but maybe something as simple as that. Who knows? Probably behoove me to use tools that I can actually round this and stuff, but I think I'm fine with that. And then I need to change his hand. Where is it? Well, I'll change the clothes too, but for now, it's got to be higher up. There it is. And uh, this guy will have to be this colored. Yeah, I guess so. And then this will be a darker form of that. Then change the whiskers. We need the blackish color. I need this. What we're going to do is something like this. Curl him a bit. So he's supposed to be looking a little more fancy than the cat was in the long run. And then his nose and mouth. Not sure how I would do this differently, to be honest. Bigger nose. More round on top, perhaps. And then his mouth. Oops. Would then be wider. At the then his ears are going to be a big part of what makes him look differently. I might just do the ears completely fresh. Okay, let's do the hat first, and let's hide his ears. These shadows. This one here. Just delete them. There we go. Here, where's the hat? Did I just delete the hat entirely? Nope. Gotta change the hat. Can probably make use of what's currently here, though. We're gonna make this same materials, but tighter fit. Maybe taller. We'll go over his ears a little bit more, maybe. Which means I'm gonna have to do. Where's them shadows? Here. The unlabeled, naturally. Brown brush. Except this will be tighter because it's tighter to his face. And obviously I have to change the hair, or change the eyes, I should say. I should have made this trap to the face. The eyes are way up here. Get rid of the open eyes for now and look at the closed eyes. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the hat up above. All that stuff, including the eyes. So even if they were there. Except the eyes. They're not like I can. Oh, do you think the dog should have sunglasses? I don't know. I don't know. Probably not, but what happened to those other shadows? Where is it? Bring it up here. Never mind. I guess what I'm gonna do is just grab this. Go like so. Be like, hey, bring it up here. And make it multiply and lower transparency. Don't think I want it. Yeah, I think I'd rather the eyes. Speaking of the eyes, I need to change their colors. So let's grab this. It will be this color, I believe. Then these ones will be this. And lastly, this will be this. And I don't know what this is. I don't think it's anything. Where are the closed eyes? There they are. Okay. I need the. It almost looks too human with. I think the pink needs to be literally more red. Quite a bit more red. I'm going to have to change some of this stuff. Yeah, yeah. Definitely. Where's our color palette? I'm going to dump it in our. We're going to go with this. Hello? Oh, right, because that thing's selected. Okay. I need a darker. Let's do that. Okay, then hand. This guy. This. Then his face. Color 1. Oh yeah. Here's our cat NPC on the left, and I'm currently making changes to just turn it into a dog NPC for the other one. To free as much, time as I can for it. And then wait, that's the wrong red. I need this red. Yeah. I need to do his floppy ears for the dog. So let's do that next. Ears. So the original cat ears, we can probably just throw away. I don't think I need them for this. So delete, and I will make a new layer. Ears left ear will be. Oh, wait. I think I should have made it right side rather than the left side. Nah, I think it's fine. I'll just go with it. Oh, I need this to be above the hat now. Forgot I moved it up. Where is the hat? Way at the top. Okay, well. Dang it. Well, if I just undo, I can do it again. There we go. Okay. The ears, I'm just going to free ball this instead of, I'm not going to do line art again and just. I need them to be like here-ish. Oh, I could have kept the other ears to see where they should come out, but they're gonna be something like this and then be like floppy. Go up, be a bit flat at the top, maybe like have like a, what does it look? I don't have a super good idea of what I want the floppy. Yeah, something like that. All right. And then I can have the other ear actually be slightly different, like have it be lower. Because that's a very dog-like trait. Okay, I'm gonna check Discord. Uh, Okay. Yeah. Except this one is gonna be the other color. Gonna be this color. It's dead. I should have just done this. Oh, that doesn't really work perfectly. Nothing ever works perfectly. But we can do this. And then for the red side, I didn't put these as separate ears. I probably should have, but we're just trying to go fast here because I've got less than an hour. I want to get this in the game, and I want to make some initial conversations, not just placeholders. In the game. And I gotta I want to update the audio of the music. So when the multiple music tracks change, depending on the situation, it fades into them properly. Should I give him like an earring or something? Okay, I'm gonna change his clothes though. Do I want to do shadows now for the ears? Let's see, multiply, low opacity, grab this color, grab this brush, go here. And it's like, just do something like this. Give it a bit of three-dimensionality. Then take some of it away. Then do the same over here. Except the top left is where the light is going to be coming from, so I need to be a little more aggressive. Keeping that clearer. This a little bit darker. And at least it looks less completely flat. I guess his face could also use some more. Where did I put that? Here? Well, that's the hats one, but shadows here? Nope. Where did I do the one for the face? Oh, here. I've given up on labeling things, I guess. Oops. Use this. It needs a little bit of depth. And obviously not to be the exact same as cat, although you do have to kind of like cross the entire lake just to see the other one, so you won't be able to compare like immediately beside each other. It wouldn't be that obvious, I suppose. I don't know if I care for his eyes too much. I think I need to Make them a little bit more unique. In particular, these. So that's this color. I'm just going to delete, and I'm going to say, we're going to grab this, and we're going to do the, it's the wrong brush. I was like, that's not what I want. No, the other way around. Toward the inside. Differentiate from how the cats are. Cat demon. They're not really just, they're definitely not ordinary. What does that mean? What does that actually mean? Who knows? Who knows? His hat also, I want to flatten the top compared to the cat. So can I just do this? No. No, not really. Oh, wait, I probably could. I just had things selected. Or not. I should have just done this with a... Oh, I have an idea. Because he is supposed to be fancier, you know? So now I can use these pinks. And I can add the plumes of something that sticks at the top. So he's got to be a little bit extra on every aspect of the cat. If I do this above, I can have some come down over top. Like so. And cover up my crimes in the process, which is always a good thing. I guess I can combine them now. Maybe not. Just do this. Need to give it some depth. Something like that. I don't know. Then, oops, that one was too big. Okay. And then his clothes need to be a little bit more elaborate. Also, obviously different colored. I was using this, what I originally wanted to go with. And that means in his sleeve as well, his hand. I think it's this one. Yeah. Just a match. Just slightly more red tinged. It's really the only difference there. And then back to his clothes. This one is the top layer one. So it's this. I can't actually see behind his hand, but that's okay. I can just assume I got everything. Yeah. And these ones are this. Barely any difference, but okay. Then in his hand, I need to find it. There it is. This guy, yeah. It's literally barely any different. It's just shifted slightly redder. That's all. Then I want the outlines, these guys, to be, I think this color. No, that's this, but slightly darker. Just good enough. Although technically should be matching it to this as well. Here and here. The rest probably fine. It gets cut off at the bottom anyways. I need in his clothes, I need that pink color. We are going to have some, not this, let's have this brush, I think. Very small. Does this work? Okay, not that small. I need to hide his hand. I can't. I need to be able to see. Okay. Something like that. Yes. Yes, dude. This is just how he rolls, okay? I mean, people will obviously be able to tell that I just used the same base, character base, but it's a game jam. So, you know, you can only do so much as one person. Wait, I can tilt this a little bit better. And then around here as well. Gee, what if I... It might actually look better than the feathers up top. So what does that look like zoomed out? Very strange is what it does. Let me go back to his hat. And I'm going to see what happens if I... or instead do this. And like plumes. I don't know. It's like he's bringing rare exotic stuff into his clothing just to be different from the cats. To make himself feel special. Okay, so I go down on these ones a bit, and then I go up on these ones a bit. Yeah, okay, I can dig this. Do I want any below the rim of the hat? Like here. Just a bit. You wouldn't want to get that in your eyes, but clearly he's got a whole layer underneath there of this, and it comes at the top. Definitely a strange man. I think I may have overdone it on these ones down here. We go to close, and I say remove some of this. Or should on the outer side, I guess. Again, you're not really going to see most of it, but and then make sure it's darker slightly here. Okay. Interesting. What a weird. Oh, they're definitely different from each other. I imagine more people would side with the cat, but that was always to be expected. So I'm okay with this. I'm okay with this. Cool. All right. I need to get his hand back, which covers up most of that anyways, but hey, you know, it's the thought that counts. Can I flip his hand? I hit the mic. Sorry. Just want to flip it horizontally. That would mean his hand would actually be the white. Whatever. Don't worry about it too much. Did I just change his hand position or like it's like should I make it a fist or something? But no, let's not. Okay, so I'm gonna save this. I'm going to minimize a bunch of stuff. I need to hide you. Hide this. I'm gonna do all the different expressions for this guy as well. So we've got eyes open and eyes closed. Okay. So I go, and then I'll go to Photoshop and I'll trim them. I'll export as comma, eyes closed. And then I say with eyes open. Okay, and then I'll just move the hand. He definitely looks more devious than the cat. File export, comma, eyes open, cover mouth, and then the same but closed. File export, comma, eyes closed, mouth cover. Okay. And then make sure to save. Okay. We don't need Krita anymore, in theory, at least for today. We go back over here. Oh, wait, I have to go to Photoshop first. Photoshop. I've got some things to trim. I do this. It needs to be 512 by 512. Of course, it's getting me 11 or not what I wanted. Please. Can I not get a zoom level halfway between that? I guess I can if I do this. There we go. Crop. We need 512, please. There we go. And center it. For the other ones, Maha was about there-ish. Okay. Then I save, and now I bring the other one in. I go 100%, 100%. No, 100%. I match it up. What? Don't crop. Move it over. Nope, I guess it's just there. Okay. Files, save as, PNG. It says Alma's eyes are open and mouth is not closed. Or not covered. Okay. Also, I'm gonna hide Krita, move this over here. Okay. Now we've got 2 more to do. 100. 100. Try and position it. Okay. I think we've got it. Save as, PNG. Eyes open, cover mouth. It's Hama. Okay. Placeholder names, but I might end up just sticking with that. Who knows? Down one. Think we got it. I'll save as, PNG. Eyes closed. Mouth cover. Okay. So now I go back to here and we go to our global conversation histories here. By default, I will have his eyes closed. That's what he'll introduce himself with. Then if you are positive, he will do this. He'll laugh. That's not the path I want. I want this path. There we go. And then do this maybe. So we can see, and then if I pick this response, he's going to open his eyes. Then this. Up 3. I don't remember what I did with the other one. Just immediately to this. Maybe. Okay, good enough. Let's get in the game. I'm gonna actually have to delete my save quickly. Okay. We'll go over and look at the dog. He looks so fucking smug like that. Because it looks like these are eyebrows and this is eyes, but it's actually not. As oh, I wasn't actually fully over here. Yeah, okay, that is the downside to having his whiskers like that. Is that they look like eyes originally. Well, either way, good enough. He looks... sus as hell. Let's see. Which would you trust more? Absolutely the cat to begin with. Absolutely. No questions. Well, okay, that is the first of our 2 goals. Well, I guess kind of. Now we need to come up with some dialogue that we can have originally. I should also have it only... Either I need to make it so you don't have to be exactly on the square, on the spot, or force you over there if you're close enough. No, that seems pretty bad. Or like until you get to the exact spot, thing doesn't come on, but that might be confusing. Someone might not go all the way over, and that this wouldn't turn on. They wouldn't know. So let me go to our script for the player. And we're going to look for the left travel point. If it's less than or equal to this plus the shop distance. And then minus, wait. The one on the right is actually, it's the other way around. The one on the left is actually the negative x, right? Is it? It was a positive x. Oh, I always get it mixed up. I think it's... The Cat Island is at positive x. So as long as your x is greater than that minus, then I just do the opposite. Plus, then you're considered in dialogue and you can do the shop options. Okay. Then let's say our shop distance float, and within 2 meters of it, maybe. This new used anywhere else? Yes. We do it. Let me go back. Come on. Where is it? Huh? Oh, here it is. Okay. Then all I have to do is adjust this to be this, and then this to be the opposite. Then I'm going to steal this, and there's one more spot I have to update. Here. I can then... I'm going to have to change this code anyways for the music changes, but... I cut it off. There we go. Okay. Now let's test. Gotta go all the way over to Cat Island here. will hopefully cut the music in earlier, as well as allow us to interact with them earlier. Yeah. Why is the audio like? Was it playing multiple of them over top of each other? Oh. Oh. Right. I need to do that properly. Where's this one's using right? Yeah. Okay. Well, you are fine. You are not fine. I was probably playing both shop songs at the same time. What I suspect happened there. All right. Get back over there. I could probably have like TV scan lines go over it. Show that it's more of a monitor. Although it's pretty obvious as it is. Did I miss a spot right in the middle of his freaking head? Right in the middle of his face? Response 3. Ha! Doesn't have an image? What? How can it not? Pretty sure they all have images. Oh, it doesn't have an image. Not bad. Huh? Oh, right, because not bad. I didn't clear my save, so I saw the old still has the old stuff there. But for some stupid reason I have the entire conversation tree in the save file. I really freaking shouldn't. Okay, we gotta fix music. Somehow. I wanted to use the audio stream interactive. It doesn't exist. Let me look and see if it's 4.5. No, it says it's in 4.5. So I should be able to. How do I fucking use it then? Like it doesn't show up. Audio stream that can play back music interactively, combining clips and a transition table. That's what I want. I'm going to close this. Is it not going to be a node? How do I use this? Godot, how to use audio stream interactive. Building adaptive music in Godot. Okay. Comparison with audio stream playlist. I don't even think that's available. New resource, audio stream interactive. Where would I want to put that? New resource. Audio streaming track of. Ah, okay. Sure. And how do I use it? The inspector, clips. We are going to have how much audio? Do I need all of these? Yeah, the shop, the two shops, battle music, regular music, and menu music. Oh, we have credits music. So in theory, 6. Assign names and audio stream assets to each clip. Okay. So if I assign this, let's say I assign the menu to start with. What music are we using in the menu? Decode ciphers. Okay. Uh, it's they're all MP3s. I'm gonna assume I can do that. Um, maybe not. What happens if I just drag this over here? Will it pick it up? It does. Okay. How do I advance? No. Then we're gonna have the main game loop, which is this. And we've got the cat music, which is this music, and the dog music, which is this. Then we have the quote unquote pedal music while you're fishing up. Then we got the credits eventually, which is this, I believe. Okay. Save. Now, what do I do after that? In the transition section, add transition rules. Sorry, I don't see a transitions. I tell. Oh wait, edit transitions. Here we go. From menu to game is only real ones we do. He doesn't tell me how to do it. He just says add them. Menu. Huh. Position to same position. Fade mode. Crossfade. Oh, menu to menu. Sorry. Menu from menu to game. Enable that. And we say crossfade. Old previous. What does that do? Don't know. Don't know. From game to menu should also be possible. Oh yeah, probably should do that, huh? We're not currently doing that. Crossfade. Filler clip. No, we don't need that. From game to pretty much everything else, to be honest, actually. Should all be possible. I don't know how to set the conditions on this, but speed clip and no. Well, we'll find out. bar. Wow. Crossfade. Battle. Credits. From the cat to the menu. I mean, yeah, I should be able to do basically any of these. Cat to cat doesn't really need to happen. Cat to dog. Oh, yeah, game to game also doesn't need to happen. I guess I'm going to leave these on automatic. See what happens. Actually, cat to dog can never really happen. You'll always transition between others. Battle should primarily only go to game, but I guess it could go to the others. Credits. I do not need to transition from the credits to anything other than maybe the menu. I could have just done any clip. I could have just allowed anything. But that's fine. Whatever. Okay, we do that. In transitions, add transition rules. Okay. I don't know how to save that as a. Oh, I've already saved it. Okay. I'm going to have to delete these music players and stuff. I'm running out of time to do this today. Well, I can always finish it tomorrow. I mean, I'm running out of time to do it on stream. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna get rid of all our music players, maybe. All you need is your script as a preload and play call. Preload to the res. Then the stream is equal to music. Position timing. Layered music. I don't need to layer music. Never gonna. Oh, I tell it to switch to. Also, I still need one music stream player. Okay. Interesting. The first things first, though, is delete this. Don't think there's any reference. Oh, well. You did, in fact, have a reference to that. Okay, don't worry about it. Oh, yeah. Don't need to worry about that anymore. Okay. Back to the game. Keep the one music player. I have to go to player. I have to unassign all of these. Then save. Turn this off. And I don't need this stuff anymore. So on ready, I will do this. Except it's going to be this guy. Then it's music main, play. Is there a way to set it to loop? Don't know. Well, we'll just see for now. I just switch to? Have to keep track of the state of the music awkwardly. Okay. Music state is equal to menu. Menu. I just want to music main dot switch to the cat if the music state does not equal to cat. I'm gonna make that a function. I'm just gonna say switch music to cat and make that a function way down here. I don't actually need this anymore. Switch music name string if the music state does not equal new music state, and switch and set the music state equal to the new music state. Then all I have to do is do switch music to dog, switch music to battle, switch music to the main music, game. Oh yeah. Because now we're doing the condition there, so it doesn't matter. Okay. Still complaining about stop all music. Okay. Any others? No. Okay. So now let's just see what happens. The menu music's playing. It just starts off quiet. Okay, so we can hear it. Hit continue. It's immediately broke. What? Oh, it switched to. My bad. All right. What? What? What do you mean it doesn't exist? Oh, she's just saying switch to. Oh, and you made a. Ah. I'm a fool. Music. Main. Get stream playback. I mean, I could just do that here. I need a whole other function for it. Clip name is this. Okay. Try again. Oh, it seems like it worked. All right. Now if I go all the way over here, will it fade in nicely into the cat's music? think it should. Yeah! And then we can fade back in. The battle music. Let us... Oh, I can't lower my hook. I've messed up my logic, apparently. Lower. Did I do this backwards? Yes. I'm saying I'm not at a shop. Okay, there we go. Well, let's get into battle and hear it fade in and then fade back out. Yeah! Ah, beautiful. Okay. I don't know if it's going to loop. That's my question. What happens? We just sit here for like 2 minutes, you know? That was surprisingly easy, though. I think it's like 2.5 minutes long, this song. So we'll see. I can test the dog music too. I have to do a pass on all the fish at some point. Probably be like, if it ever runs into like an invalid polygon, just draw the last good polygon. It'll probably be fine. Should be relatively obvious when it repeats. Fading out. Okay, it's not looping. It literally just faded out. There's just no music now. Until we start something else. There we go. Okay. So it doesn't loop currently, but that might be for the best, to be honest. Okay. Oh, and when I open the menu, what's it? Escape. Can I switch music to menu? And if wait, that just sets it always to true. How am I gonna, when I get out of the menu, go into... Oh, I know what I can do. I can be like, else if the menu is not visible, then switch to... And our music state is equal to music, or menu, sorry. So that way, if you've left the menu, but the music is still playing the menu music, then switch to the game music. Now if I hit Q, that didn't work. Did I put in the wrong information for the menu? No. I don't think so, at least. That is the default. The menu. Oh, it's not. Oh, if the menu is not menu visible. I'm surprised that it let me even do that comparison. That'll do that. Did not switch. Not switching to the menu music, or if it is, it's switching back immediately. Um. Print switch music from to and give it music state and new music state. See what transitions is doing. Switch from music. Switch music from menu to game. I go to the menu. Oh yeah, switch both immediately. Went from game to menu and then menu to game. Oh, why? The menu shouldn't be visible at that point. Huh? Is there something else that's switching to game? Yeah, probably. If there's not a fish on the hook and not in menu. We should be probably be like, if not in menu, do this. Okay. I think that's probably why. Nice. Very good. Okay, we did it. We accomplished everything I wanted. So, if you enjoyed this, leave a like and subscribe if you're not already. And I'll be streaming again tomorrow around the same time, I think. Yes. But then Monday to Friday will be... I have no idea. It'd have to be after work, and it will depend. I don't know if I'll be able to stream or not. But for now, hey, we got our cat. We got the dog NPCs, art, at least somewhat representative of what we want. And we fixed the audio. I will continue to work on this a little bit when I get time, but I have to go record some videos. So see you guys next time.